Well, folks, Bruce here from the Coasters Club, and I've found Jimmy Grant. In fact, I saw him a few months ago as an 82-year-old, I think, riding his bike at Ross, and he had done some incredible number of kilometres, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, and I said to him at the time, "I'm coming around to interview you." Well, Jim, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to me. Um, Now, tell me, what's your full name?
James Elton Grant.
James Elton Grant. And whereabouts were you born?
Down Hampden Street, Eternity Wood, I presume.
In Hokitika?
Definitely Hokitika.
Who were your mum and dad?
Well, Mum was a Bergman, one of the Bergmans from down Kakapotoi, and the old man was from he was from Pensacola, somewhere over in America.
Oh, wow.
So he come out here as a seaman on the ship. Well, a sailor, I suppose they called him seaman, or
Yeah.
boaties or something they called them. And he jumped ship out here apparently, and
And decided to stay.
well, he hid for a few years until that's what they used to do those days.
The
But
the Bergmans were a very well, of course, still are very
it's
well
quite a
known
big family, yeah.
So when you come home from when your mum brought you home from the home, where was your first home? Where'd you go to?
Well, I don't know whether it was Kakapotoi or what, but I'd say Marawiti was, that's where I was when I was about 2 years. I had a photo of me riding a little wee two-wheel bike, so I must have been 2 years old.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Yeah,
I had to be to ride that.
to be able to do
Got
that.
a photo of that somewhere in there.
Now, when you were a kid, because how old are you now?
84 and 2 months.
84.
And 2 months, yeah.
Goodness me.
Just only a young fella.
There's hope for us all, I
You're
reckon.
not old until you're in the 90s.
Yeah. And can you remember when you were a kid, what did you do for fun? I mean, the kids these days play on their iPads. What did you do?
Well, there was two of us. There was Johnny Bergman, a cousin, and there was two of us down there. We used to just run around through the blackberries, bare feet and all, run through the blackberries all around the farm everywhere.
Yeah. The
Great fun was kicking horse manure.
did,
Run around and kicking it everywhere.
Yeah.
There were a lot of horses down there.
did
But, just everything.
so pretty
Bush, climbing trees.
a great way for a young man to grow up in it.
Yeah, in the bush all the time.
Do you recall meeting your grandparents?
Oh, the grandmother, our grandfather was killed before he killed on the motorbike, but he was killed before I was down there. I'd be too small to remember him.
And you remember
I
your
remember my
grandmother?
grandmother because she was up here. I went to school and I lived at her place.
So
That's only the one here. I've never met any of them over
Yeah.
in America.
yeah, no, I
There's a
understand.
bloody great heap of them over there, but I never seen any of them.
Can you recall anything that your grandmother told you that stuck in your mind?
Uh, not really, but just nothing important because I went to school up here. She lived out of Woods, Arthurstown.
Yeah.
She lived in there, and I just boarded there till I went to school from there.
Where did you? Which school did you go to as primary school?
Kakapotoi. Yeah, we done most full term there.
Where was the Kakapotoi school?
Well, there was an old school, little wee old school, and then we moved into an old house there until they built a new one. And that's right on the corner there.
So you
Just past where Sam Tapp was, you know where he was?
I know where Sam was.
Well, just right on the corner there, and they built a new school there. I think they shifted that up here somewhere.
How many kids were there when you were there?
Oh, I suppose it'd be a good 30, might have been 40.
Isn't that amazing?
But they gradually, that was quite a township in Kakapotoi. Well, township with a lot of houses there.
I guess the 30 kids.
Well, but they come from round about too, from Pukekura and everywhere.
Oh, okay. And up the Waitara, I guess.
Not really. They had a school up there even, so they didn't all come from there. They had their own school, but they're Ferguson's. They're just up on the main road. And they all come here.
So there'd be Jimmy Ferguson's family.
Yeah, Jimmy Ferguson, he was still going to school when I was going there, but he's a lot older than me because he's still living.
He's still up and running.
Yeah, he's still going. He's pretty tough old bloke. He's now 92 or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going well.
But even the other two, the oldest two, they were Mac, Ron and Mac were the two oldest ones. So I didn't see them at school.
Yeah.
But there was a fair mob around. There was a lot of houses because Stewart and Chapman had the bush down there, and they used to cut all their logs come from way down in there, Duffers Creek.
Oh, you're down at
They had
Clancy.
2 or 3 big Lokies that used to pull the logs right into Ross from there. I used to go up there with the old man. He was a winch driver at one part of it.
So is there a tramway from
It
Duffers
goes
Creek
right
to Ross?
through. It goes right through here.
Oh,
That's the road now. It's a power road. But that used to be the tram line.
Okay.
And that went across. They had a big bridge across there at Kakapoto. A big bridge. I think the piles are still there. And that went right down to Duffers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've been spotlighting through the back road where the power line is.
The men used to come down in these old jiggers, and Jesus, it was a hectic ride riding because they were going like hell. The bloody things would be bouncing around you. I went down a few times with them when I was only a little boat.
Did you have at school? Did you have a subject that you can remember that you actually liked? Most of us didn't probably like a lot, but
I
do you have
don't
one
care
that?
what anyone said. I think we learnt more down there in that little school than what we learnt in this bloody high school here. A bloody lot of nonsense there.
Yeah, well,
I don't know whether they like that or not. They can.
oh, they'll be right.
That's true, and a lot of us say the same thing. You didn't learn much here. You learnt it all down there. The joke of Don Cutler. He was a teacher, and he was a real teacher. He taught you everything.
It sounds like it
and
sounds.
you got the cuts if you didn't do it.
Yeah, good.
It didn't hurt really.
So, if you had a favourite teacher, would Don have been the favourite teacher?
I don't think they would have been much better than him because he was a champion. Yeah.
Wow.
He's a good old bugger.
Now,
He was really good.
when during your school days, did you play sport?
Oh, there was all sorts of sports, bloody cricket and football and everything down there. They used to do it all down there. They had a big sports ground there. And they used to do everything there. We used to do all sorts of things in that place. That was not like it is here now. It's all sport here now. But down there, you done your bloody schoolwork first.
And then you got into the
And
rest of it.
we went for a swim of the nights in the river.
So if
As
so,
soon as I was come towards up us 2 or something, they all head off up you had to run up the road and dive into the river. And there was a big bank there. It was just a mad rush. Everyone trying to get in first. It just stripping off as we were going and diving into the water.
so if you had
No swimming pools then.
if you had someone who knew you well back then, how would he have described you? Were you a
Oh, he probably called me a bloody half of it.
oh, stop it! so then I guess we moved on to once you leave school, you got to go and earn a living. So what was your first job?
Well, as I said, the first one, I think what I can remember was KTV. I went down there and worked on the tram for a while, a couple of months.
And for those people that
And
don't
then
know,
I got
that's,
on the Ministry of Works. There was worked, and they had a crusher down at Duffers Creek. You know where that is?
yes, I do. Yeah. Yep.
They used to have a big crusher there. And I worked in there for a while, and then at the same time we were filling potholes in that. There was no tar seal roads then.
You know, she's
It was
gravel all
all
the way
gravel,
through.
and
So,
you had to run through there filling potholes all the time, that sort of thing.
so Jim, for those that don't know what KTV was, can you tell them what it is?
I can't remember what
It was
the name of
Houston's.
I
It was
can't
the
remember.
Houstons ended up buying it,
That was Houston's. That's what it was their mill. Yeah, it's quite a big mill.
and it was at the mouth
Big
of the
sawmill.
Wanganui, was it?
Yeah, it was close to the mouth. Yeah, it was quite. It's all covered in bush now, but it was a bloody big sawmill.
Yeah.
Probably a two breast benches, I think.
Yeah. When you look at the photos,
I never worked in it. I worked on the tram. There was a bloody lot of tram there.
yeah. And so after the mill, after the potholing, where to then?
Well, that's when I went to Pukekura, and then I went away.
What'd you do at Pookie? At the mill?
Oh, I worked in the tram and there too, and then probably in the slab pit for a while, but I didn't stay there that long. That's when I went away in the Navy.
So what happened? So what made you join the Navy?
Oh, that's one of the cobblers there I was working with. He'd been in it before, and he just said, "Well, come on, we'll join the Navy," and I did. So I took off, and he left me to it. So I just carried on to Wellington. I don't know how I found my way around Wellington, but I did.
And so
I
did
got
you?
a brand new ship.
And you joined as
no one had ever been on it before.
you joined as an able seaman,
No, deck boy.
a deck boy.
I was there 9 months, and then I got bloody peritonitis. So I don't know why they gave it to me that age. I was only 17.
And did you sail anywhere?
Oh, all around New Zealand, I had 7 different ships. But the last big one was a big one going to Aussie, and went to Sydney, got a load of bloody cement from, believe it or not.
Right.
And then we was cleaning it out in Auckland, and then it was a bloody long way from the bottom right at the top of Clayton. We were cleaning it out, you see. It was a bloody long way, about 60, 70 feet. That's a long way on a ladder,
Yeah.
just ordinary ladder. And on doing that, I thought I sprained my ankle, and I went aboard to the doctor, and he said, "You sprained your ankle." He wasn't caring. And next thing, my legs swelled up, and it was all my bloody legs swelled up terrific. And then I come, I said, "Bugger this, I come home." No, I'm Dr. Mac McLean. One look, and it was rheumatic fever.
Oh,
I never allowed to feed myself. So that was the finish of my good trip.
What
I was
roughly?
going back to Queensland then.
What roughly? What year was that? Any idea? Can you remember?
Well, that was in 52, 53, I think. Yeah.
52 is a good year.
Somewhere, yeah, it was around about that, because 53, I think, when I give up, when I had to.
So then you come home to Ross.
Well, I come home to recuperate. If anything else wrong, I went to the hospital a few times and we were all ready to go again. And I got back on the electric train. I just climbed on the back of the train in Christchurch, the electric ones then, to go over through the hill. I just got on the back of it there, and they were yelling out. So I don't know how they knew I was there, but they yelled out to me to come home. So I guess I was wild about that. But I was on board.
All set to go.
Yeah, and the train, if it had took off, well, I'd have been right. But it didn't. I had to come back, and then I come home again. So the old man was in the hospital with a heart attack.
So did you come home to look after the farm?
Well, I had to. I suppose I didn't have to, but I did.
What sort of farm was it? Dry stock, I guess.
No, milk and cows. Yeah.
So where did the milk go to in those days?
Down here, it was cream those days.
Oh yeah, so into the local
There
co-op.
was no milk those days. It was cream. You had to separate it.
So you spent a few years doing that.
Oh well, I was doing that when I was going to school. There, I used to milk the bloody cows before I went to school for a while, and milk them when I come home.
They bred them tough, didn't they? Don't you reckon?
You had to do it. There was no other option. And
Yeah.
I suppose you had to do as I was told, because the old man used to go down fishing whitebait, and I had to do that. He'd be down the Kakapot and the Waitaha River. He was fishing whitebait, big fisherman those days.
Yeah, and all for processing, I guess, for canning.
Well, I remember one day, no bull, they had 100 kerosene tins, and they were full ones too.
100 kerosene tins.
Yeah, and they got them, shipped them all up here to the factory up here, and the factory blew up, and that was the finish of that. But took them home, and there's photos of it somewhere in amongst there, that big trenches in the garden and to bury them.
Goodness me.
It was horrible, but that's the only thing I could do with them.
Yeah.
I should have fed the seagulls, I suppose.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started dating?
Oh, by the time I was 21, I suppose.
20.
I won't say before that.
No. And
Not when I was away.
And do you still remember your first date?
Oh, I suppose so, yeah, I don't know. What I do or not. Don't even know what I want to.
Now,
Does that sound right?
that sounds very good. Now, when you met your wife, how many years ago was that?
Oh, well, we've been married in 62. I didn't know 63. Going on for 63 years. So.
Goodness me, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time to stay together, right?
So when you went on your first date, do you remember where you went?
Oh, hell no. Went down Doka River, one part of it.
And
It
yeah,
was a honeymoon, I suppose. That was a wild one.
and so how long did you know each other before you got married?
Oh, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, I don't know. Not really sure of that.
It was but reasonably quick. You knew what you were doing, you knew what you wanted, and it's time to move on.
Well, I thought I did.
So how many kids did you have?
Only three.
Three's
You know
enough.
them. You know the oldest one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
And the second one, Kelvin, he's over there. He's milk tanker driver. He's been doing that for 26 years or something.
yeah. Good. He's a good guy.
He's a good driver. And you know the other one, don't you? The daughter, the undertaker's wife.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You don't know her now, you will, though, wonder.
Oh, stop it!
In there, and then I went back to Ross Motors after him. And then that's when I went up to the Greenland then, that's right. I went up to Greenland then for the mining company. They were paying their boys. Bloody kids were getting paid more money than what it made me look very stupid. I thought I'd go and get a job there. Paid me house off in no time. It was great.
Yeah, that was a well. They
I
thought
was a
that.
mechanic up there. I had the mechanic's job in the workshop in the mining company.
Yeah,
Jesus, I was getting money and they throw bloody cans at you all the time. Oh, I had a great job there. And then I went up the hill. Then I wanted to go on the dozy, you see.
did you put the road? You know the road up to Mount Greenland.
Yeah, I done a lot, half it. I was in the lead. I had the smaller dozer, and I went in the lead. And I was the first one in there.
There's a
I
few,
was on
few
I had
tight
the
places in
D6.
there.
Eh?
A few tight places in there.
Yeah, I know. Two of us were pushing over right at the very top. We were pushing and pushing over, and I was out over. Then he'd come back. The next thing, the whole hill went down, down into the river, bloody 1,000 feet there. We just got off it in time.
And did the dozer go down?
No. We
you
got
just-
back and just got back. The next thing, the whole went down. But
So-
we only just come back off it.
So you know when you get to the very top and you go down the other side to
Yeah.
where the old gold mines were.
Yeah.
Did you put that one in as well?
I put right down there, yeah.
Well, that's a steep bit. I got stuck in there
Oh,
in the old Land Cruiser one year. That was hard work getting out.
Yeah, well, they didn't give me a chance to finish the road off properly. I had to put a proper drain down there and everything. But no, we got pulled out of there in a hurry and that was it. And then I put the road right down to the mine
Yeah.
and I was pushing. I was trying to put the road right down there, and the rain was that bloody heavy. I grabbed the back out of it and I left this huge big. The rain went under this big boulder. 20, 30 ton boulder. It was a big one. The water must have undermined it, and it went down and blocked the mine and everything. Jeez, it was a hell of a mess. All our gear went down there. But I didn't get a chance to finish anything.
And
There
so,
was no money around then, you see.
yeah, I know, it's no different today. I mean, it comes and goes, and you know,
But all day, it was a proper have right from the start of swindle. And that's what it was. They had no intentions of bloody well getting gold.
so
We knew that from the start off because there was a lot of rubbish and junk they brought there.
and so after that, there was it Giles who then got involved and tried to
Oh yes, he went down up there and made a bit of a.
had a bit of a go.
It wasn't only him. It was that other guy. What was his name, buddy? Another contractor. He had a bit of a go there too, but he didn't because he put a hut up there, didn't he? No,
Yeah,
I
there
think
was.
that hut's still there.
Yeah, the hut is still there.
It's a nice hut, a beautiful
Yeah.
hut. He put that there, but that's as far as he got. He went and died too, I think.
And then after that, it was off to the limeworks. Was it?
Yeah, well, when I left, where the hell was I then? And I was left there and I went to the left. Well, I had, really speaking, the limeworks, I had 17 years there. Because when I first started at the limeworks, there was a big crowd there.
Yeah.
And they used to you had little crowbar, little wee picks or show crowbars, and they'd pick a little wee hole and put a plug of jelly in there, they'd run down in it to blow a little barrel load out. And that's the way they were doing it. And when I went there, I got the HD5 loader. I climbed right up to the top and stripped it all and pushed it down. Thousands of tons I had down there and I didn't know what to do with it all. So that's when it really opened the quarry up.
Yeah, well, it's,
They're picking it out with picks. You try to keep a limeworks going like that.
it was it's interesting. It's been going 99 years this year.
Was it?
Yeah. So and I guess it's changed a lot. You know, even from
Well,
your
I
days.
rebuilt everything there because I'd done everything. That whole place, I got a film of it to prove it. what it was like before I took over, because I said they wanted me to take over because everyone takes over from one another.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll take it on if I'm allowed to rebuild this bloody shoe. Well, it was a bloody, it was a dog's hole, that's all it was. I got to film of it, I can prove it. And it was a horrible bloody show. So I rebuilt all that. I got it built. I didn't do it myself.
Yeah.
I was manager then, and I said, and I got it all done. The whole lot is all new.
And so who was on the board when you were there? Who were the bosses?
Well, there was Tommy Manera. Tommy was the chairman of directors.
Yeah.
He was good. Brian Chin, and then there was. When we first started, Durham Herald used to be on it.
Right.
He was good when he was on it, but he left it. And who was the other one? There was one from Harrow somewhere. What's his name? He was a good joker. And,
Yeah, some good solid farmers.
There was 7 of them. God, I can't think of their name.
Yeah, I know. That's
Getting too old to remember. But no, that was. She was. It's bloody. It's one of the best line works around. I don't care what anyone says now. But it's only since I've done it, rebuilt it.
yeah.
Because that roundabout, they used to go down there and try. A lot of these jokers that couldn't back trucks, trailers. Trailers not easy to back because they had to back up a hill. And they used to have to go. They drive in down towards the creek, and then they'd have to back the trailers right up to that entrance.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it. It was a hell of a job.
Oh,
And they were all doing that. But when I took over, I said, I'll fix this. So I got the digger out and I put a roundabout there. Well, it's the greatest thing ever. They just drive around. You get 3 or 4 trucks all around there waiting. They one load and he gets out and the other one just drives it up against the bank. It was a great thing.
yeah.
No, that was a mighty but that backing up, it used to be horrible watching them. So I know I couldn't have done it either.
And
I couldn't.
Jim, what do you reckon are the most important inventions that you've seen in your lifetime? Can you remember one or two things that happened where you went, goodness me, that's something I remember. For instance, I remember black and white TV. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, we got one when they first come out down in Ross. Yeah, black and white. But yeah, that was a great thing.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well, after when I got married, I'd worked for this joker Honey for 7 years, pulling logs out of the bush
right.
with a little, only a small TD9 bulldozer. But I've had about 25 years driving bulldozers. I put roads all around the bloody country everywhere, including the Haas Township. I'd done that, the new township. I carved that out of the bush. That was heavy jungle when I went down there.
And were you working for Ministry Works or for one of the contractors?
For Ferguson's.
Yeah.
See, I pulled that big greenstone out of the Barn Bay.
Oh, did you take that down?
I
You
pulled
took the
that
dozer
out
down?
of there and brought it up here, yeah.
Actually, that must have been a real
That
beauty.
was a mighty feat, and it was a mighty weekend, that was.
What sort of dozer did you take in?
Well, it was a HD 16. Yeah, a bloody Fiat Ellis.
Did you have a winch on the back?
30 ton one.
Yeah, it's a big machine. I remember it. I remember the stories on it.
It's power shift winch on it. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, but that stone was heavy. When you got a winch, when a 30 ton bulldozer's got a winch in it, it's bloody heavy.
And when you got the stone out and they cut it up, was it any good?
They must have got something out of it because it must have paid the bill. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they got out of it, but it wasn't as perfect as they thought.
And
they must have got something out of it.
There's still a lot of big boulders down there.
Oh, the sea would be full of them in there, but see, that's a mighty job to get it out of there. That was a mighty job getting it out of there too. If you could see the trail where I went through there to get it, you wouldn't believe it.
I've heard lots of, like, Durham Havel was driving a lot of dozers back, and I remember him saying to me, there was an issue over bulldozers, and he said, there's only one fella be able to do that, Jimmy Grant.
Well, if you've seen that track where I went down, I was told, Mac Ferguson told me not to go there. He said, just don't go there, it's too rough. The boulders had been in the size of this room. I had to push through them. I just push them aside and go around them and fill one up, put one into a hole, and I worked my way right. I had to go about a mile along there, right along the beach, doing that.
It's your steep country where you
Yeah, it was
first
down
went in.
into the sea. One slip and you're into the sea because them waves down there were big, deep ocean there.
Yeah. Oh, and then
and the waves are big. So I had to make a platform down there, and these guys were out in the waves. They're trying to get the chains round this boulder, and they got it round the first time, and of course it just pulled straight off again. So they had to go up here and make a special net up at town here, and they come back and they put it back in the helicopter and put that one on. But they had to work between the tides because the waves. It was pretty hectic out there.
And can you remember who you were working with on that job?
Oh well, it was Bernie, and
so that's Bernie Radomski.
And old Doc was there. He was taking the photo. He was filming it all.
Yeah, there's some great photos in the factory.
What's that other little fella's name? One that's got the fishing boat down at Haas there, Jackson's Bay. What's his name, man?
What have we got? Merv Valinsky?
Yeah.
Merv. Was he there too?
He was one of them, yeah. Merv.
Oh, should have been a hard case trip then.
Oh, it was. That was the mighty trip if ever I had one. It was incredible. From the cans there, the place was littered with empty cans and bottles.
Yeah,
they're all empty.
well, I guess all 4 or 5 years were all bloody hard
there was
things.
a few more there too as well, yeah. I think the hell that other little fellow was, buddy. He's died in essence. He went and died. Can't think of his name. No, I can't think of his name.
So, when you finished with Ferguson's, when did you go after that? When did you go to the
I worked for Ross
Motors?
I had 7 or 8 years for Ross Motors.
Who owned it then?
Right.
Be Mr. Hurley.
Barry Hurley and Peter Gay. I was in there as a mechanic for 7, 8 years. Yeah, I'd done everything in there, everything possible. And then I went and worked at the mining company down there for 12 months. Up and then over Green.
Oh, up in Greenland.
Yeah,
So
I worked in the tunnel there for quite a while.
Did you find any gold?
Well, I think they found all the gold because all the shareholders had the gold, didn't they? That's the only gold they were after. Yeah, I worked up in there, and then I left there and I went for the Westland Transport. And 12 months with them.
So who owned Westland Transport? That would be
Norman Bishop's.
It was indeed, yeah.
The Bishop there, Norman Bishop, and no, he got it later on, didn't he? It was what are the other ones, buddy?
Wasn't it not Haynes Edie? It was
Edie's, yeah.
It was
both
Edie's,
yeah. Yeah, both Edie's. They both in that, and then Norm, he was the head man, sort of thing.
Yeah, and Norm ended up owning it and running it, and
in the finish he did. Yeah, well, I worked for the Edie's, had 12 months there.
Yeah, they're good people.
Oh well, they treated me good. I got nothing against them. No,
that's good.
I left because I got sick of being chased with traffic cops all the time after you.
And so when did you head to the Limeworks?
Well, it was after that I had bloody 12 months down there working for Jimmy Ferguson too. I forgot about that.
On the farm?
Yeah, I went down there and lived down there for a while. That was a mistake. It was a horrible mistake. I never got paid for it after the trailer. I used to back the dog trailer, no trouble.
You're retired. You must have retired 15 years ago? Was it?
Yeah, well, I retired from them because I had 2 heart attacks while I was there.
Yeah.
I used pretty fit when I was there. I used to run up and down that bloody Quarry Hill all the time.
Now, talking about fitness, tell me about e-bikes. I haven't got one yet.
An e-bike?
Yeah. Now,
well, the latest one, the one down there, I think it's down here. They're bloody great because they're $9,000.
That's what they're worth now. So
that's those ones there. But they seem to be a mighty bike. They're nice and light. You can just pick them up in one hand. But my one's a bit heavier. But I don't think you can't get one like mine now anyway. I don't think, unless you get second-hand ones.
So how far have you gone on your bike?
Oh, I get away over 100 k's. But I mean, I go to Greymouth. I went the other day. I'd still go up there.
Yeah.
Still drive everywhere. But I pedal all the way. I don't turn the motor on until I come to a hill. I went up the other day and I went to the Kumara Junction. You know the hill there.
What
they call that hill?
Yeah.
The side of the Kumara Junction. And that's the first time I turned it on just to go up that hill. And then I turned it off again, and then I went away up Cameron's. You know where that is? Cameron's Road?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Went
So
away
you-
the hell up there. That's incredible up there. I couldn't believe it. I've been there before. But this time I just haven't been there for quite a while, and it's an eye opener.
And so,
Beautiful place.
so how many Ks do you reckon you've done on your bike? Did you
Well,
tell me?
I've said, well, I've had 3 bikes now.
Yeah.
They've all had a lot. They've all had hammering. I've done. I'd say I could be. With the 3 bikes, could be 30,000. Didn't take long to make up 1,000 k's, did it?
Well, look,
I used to go around the lake and that all the time.
in fact, the last time I bumped into you, you'd been to the Hokitika Gorge,
Yeah.
you'd been round Lake Canary, you'd been down to Ross,
Yeah.
and you were heading back, and I thought, you silly old bugger, what are you doing? And
Well, the big job is go to the gorge and come back and then go around the lake. It's a lot bloody worse.
it's,
There's a lot of hills that way.
it's a long way
But
too.
going to the gorge, it's pretty level going. Only the last little bit getting up to the tops, but that's the only time you use the power there.
Well, I think it's incredible. So,
But
so to all you coasters out there, and you know, we've got 21,000 members now, and these videos, Jim, are seen by up to 175,000 people every 7 days. So
yeah,
that'll give you an idea. And I really want to thank you for taking the time to share your thoughts with us. I'm sure
well,
I'm sure you'll get some comments.
oh, probably will, but I haven't got any way they can contact me because I haven't got a computer or nothing.
Well,
See, my eyes are buggered. Well, I can see where I'm going and
Yeah.
all that, but I can't read. But there's no way I haven't got a computer, and my wife can't use one.
well, I know for a fact that Kelvin watches this like a hawk.
I know he still lives on it, yeah.
Yeah, and your grandchildren watch it like a hawk.
I know they all do, yeah.
So-
Sylvia's got one on and they're going all the time. They all have, haven't they?
Yeah, Sylvia's right into it. And in fact, I'm talking to Katie on Wednesday.
Katie's here tomorrow, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, and I'm talking to her Wednesday. She's Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm going to do an interview with her too.
She'd done one of these with me a while back there, and I think that's all coming up too.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
it's great, isn't it?
What the bloody hell's on it, I don't know. And I'm frightened, a bit scared of what else we might add to it.
Well,
yeah.
well, coasters, that's 84-year-old Jimmy Grant, and I could be wrong. I think I'll be interviewing him again at 94, and he won't have changed a jolly bit. Hey, thank you so much, Jimmy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.